Greetings, you guys. So I felt led to do like, I guess a mini pick a card or mini pile, but it's gonna be a blackout reading. But I will include in the thumbnail the options for you to choose. So I'm like comfortable in my bed. I'm warm, and so I'm not at my table or anything fancy. So I'm just gonna do it like this. Um, so you guys can meditate on the thumbnail. So, yeah, so pile number one, your option is air, which is card number 28. So you will see the air symbol. Pile number two, you have power, which is number 46. And pile three, your option is going to be shadow with number 43. So, pile number one, if you guys were drawn to air, or pile number two, if you're drawn to power, or pile number three, shadow. So this is going to be, I forgot to tell you what well, you should see it on the title, but why are you seeing these synchronicities? And it could be something, obviously synchronicities are something that you see in occurrence, like that appear significant to you or relate to something that is significant to you, or you feel like there's some type of connection to what you are experiencing. So it could be something that you see often, like a reoccurring number or a song or anything, like, again, that feels like there's some type of significant connection to it, or it's like something that you feel it's not just a coincidence, you know what I mean? Like, it's something about it that's happening over and over again, maybe, as well. So if you guys are drawn to the air symbol, this is your reading. So maybe you're drawn to the air card because you are an air sign for some of you, or you like sigils, or you like symbols, or you resonate with triangles. For some of you, it could just be pyramids. You know the power of pyramids, the healing of pyramids. So you could also be connected to like ancient Kemet or Egypt mythology, Egyptian mythology, symbols, stories. For some of you guys, you might like The Last Airbender. That could be one of your shows. Okay, I'm there with you. High five. But no, you guys could also be sensing the synchronicity that you are feeling. It could also be connected to animals that are of the air, like birds, owls. You could be seeing the number 22 or the number 2 often. I'm also getting that the synchronicity could be a sense of feeling of something like a change in the wind. There's a change that is happening. There's a shift that is happening. Okay, so let's see. Why are you seeing these synchronicities? Holy Spirit, why is pile number one? Why is pile number one seeing these synchronicities? You could be seeing like double digits, like mirror numbers. Like I said, 22, could be 33, 44, 11. There's something with mirror energy, mirroring. So you might have an angel that is encouraging you, a spiritual team, your angels, your spiritual team is encouraging you, because you might feel like a little disappointed, a little pessimistic, and this is like a reminder that Spirit, God, Source has not forgotten about you. The things that you've been trying to create or manifest have not gone unnoticed. I wouldn't say manifest, but maybe pray about or earnestly seek and desire for yourself something that is like a true, I don't know, something that you you feel truly connected to, or it's a goal or a desire that comes from a pure place. And I feel there may have been maybe some type of experiences in the past where it seems like things are not going to work out, or things may have not worked out in a certain way or according to your plans. Yeah, there's things happening behind the scenes. So whatever the synchronicity is to show you that things are still manifesting. They're still happening behind the scenes, whether you realize it or not. You guys could have Gemini or Pisces placements. You could also have Scorpio placements. Capricorn. Let's see. Holy Spirit. Yeah. Your spiritual team is also showing you these signs of synchronicities to remind you to let go of the past. With, kind of let go of those past experiences. Release the pain. Like, it's okay to move on past the hurt and the pain, or the things that seem like they didn't work out. It's okay. Allow yourself to be free. And I do feel like there's a connection to birds or feathers. So some of your confirmations or revelations or synchronicities could very well be coming from like birds. Okay. Something with, and maybe even butterflies as well. Butterflies, moths. Something with air energy, or things of the air. Animals, creatures of the air. And these are divine messages as well that are coming through to you. Like, these are a sign of divine messengers coming to you, and encouraging you to let go of the disappointment, let go of what it seems like has not worked out, or let go of the pessimism, because you might not be able to see that things are working for you, or that all is not lost. And I also get this energy too that there's work being done behind the scenes. I just heard the word devotion. So you might have to, your spiritual team could also be encouraging you to creatively solve whatever seems to be an issue, a problem for you, or you're going to come across a creative solution or problem solving strategy, if that makes sense. How to utilize your imagination and bring it to the physical realm as well. So you guys have the ability to tap into divine, that we all do, but tapping into that divine consciousness to give you divine resolution and solutions and problem solving, like I said, or strategies to creatively shift the energies for you to get yourself out of a situation maybe that you feel like you're stuck in. Because there is something on the horizon. There is some type of new beginning or positive energy that's coming about, even though it may not seem like it right now. But Spirit is just encouraging you to free yourself and not to stay stuck and stagnant in that place of all is lost, or things never work out, or this situation is never going to get better or change for me, or why am I in this situation. It's like coming out of that doom and gloom and that pessimistic energy. You might be disappointed about what has happened, but you're not able to see. It's like a hidden element to this, like something positive that you're not able to see yet, but there's something on the horizon. Yeah. And if it's like an energy of just regret as well, you have to really let that go. Everything happens for a reason. Everything happened the way that it was supposed to. So if you are kind of finding yourself revisiting past experiences and you might be getting down on yourself, there's a reason why these things are being revealed to you. And it's not for you to be stuck in the past, but for you to make peace with it and close that chapter, close that cycle. You might have a decision you're being called to make as well. This could be Spirit calling you to make a decision to free yourself, whether you're going to do something about it or you're going to shift your mindset around these things. Know your divinity, know your power within self, within you, that God that is within thyself. Or you're going to stay in this place where you just feel like you can't do anything and nothing works out and everything is just at a bad place, or you're going to shift your mindset about it. So this could be an important decision, or whatever decision you make is going to shape your reality, or knowing that the energy that you're in is shaping things around you. You might come to a better understanding or wisdom, have a better understanding of the importance of your choices or decisions, but not to get in this place of guilt, pessimism. Why did I make that decision? I should have did this differently. But rather than doing that, learn from it and move forward, move on. Okay, so let's see what other advice Spirit is giving you at this time. So, yep, your prayers are being answered, number 42. And it says your prayers are being received by the divine. Answers will come soon, although perhaps in forms you didn't expect. And then you also have number 30, step into the spotlight. It says you have a message that the world needs to hear. It's time to share your wisdom. So some of these trials and tribulations that you've gone through, and these things that maybe you feel like a sense of regret or remorse, or just kind of like looking at from this perspective, like maybe negatively, or looking at yourself negatively, or maybe feeling hopeless at times, or should I even put hope into, anything in the future? But this is telling you that your wisdom and things that you've gone through is something that people need to hear, that you could actually encourage and inspire other people, and maybe even heal people through sharing your story, your testimony, your wisdom from your past experiences. Okay. So if you are a creative, and I feel like majority of you that chose this pile, you are creative. You could be with that air energy, could be a communicator, you could be a singer, you could be a writer, something where you have to use communication in some instance, or that you are very strong in communication. So much love to you guys as always. I hope you resonated with this. Be blessed, be safe, take care, peace. Okay, pile number 2, this is your reading. If you guys were drawn to the power card, this is your message. And I feel that the synchronicities you are receiving or experiencing are very, very intense and very, they're very powerful. And they get your attention in a way that is very, what I mean to say, I don't want to use the word powerful. It feels more so profound. Very profound messages and synchronicities that are coming to you. And these could be things that you feel like you lack full understanding. You know, but it's something about it that is very significant, one to take notice of. But you know that it requires some sort of divine understanding and insight and wisdom. So you may even have an inkling or understanding that something is destined. It could be a synchronicity where you might be having very strange dreams. And when I say strange, it's like things that are outside of the norm. It could be the symbols in the dream. There could be creatures, winged animals, strange beings and creatures. Some of you guys are literally seeing angels. You know, they depict angels to just be winged beings, or these pretty, these soft features. But some angels are a bit strange to the physical eye. So you might be seeing some of these angelic beings in your dreams, these heavenly beings. And that could also be all the more a sign that this is a message coming from Spirit. Now, for some of you, it doesn't have to be a dream. It could be something that, like I said, is just profound. That is the key word that I'm getting here, is profound. It is one that maybe you are seeking divine wisdom or counsel about. So hence why you're here. Or you may be going to someone else, like a priest, a counselor, maybe another reader, or something person that you are seeking. And it's just like, I feel like this is meant to encourage you towards a specific direction. This message is like encouraging you to step forth into some type of prophecy. Like you might be getting a message of what's to come. You might be getting a message of some type of task or some type of divine assignment or something that is ahead for you. And I feel like your spiritual team is encouraging you to be in a place of divine alignment and wisdom and seeking divine direction, which I feel like you are, because there's something here that Spirit is going to give you or invest in you, instill in you. And I feel like it's going to be a change that comes forth from this. This could be one of those things that are very profound, where you encounter people or a person and it seems like it's faded, or you don't really fully understand why, but there's something to it. And it could be even a little bit borderline, feeling like you're obsessed, or maybe I'm delusional, or maybe I'm overanalyzing this because I'm kind of like associating this thing to someone or something outside of me. So maybe I'm just doing too much, or it's not that big of a deal, or but in your heart, you know that there's something significant. It's just the understanding of why it's significant. Why is it here? And if it's a person, what is this about? Because you have the Lover's card. So this is some type of, for some of you, this is either you're going to encounter someone that you love or that you feel like you love, or something. It could be like a purpose. It could be you feel there's a purpose to something here. You feel the sense of passion and you don't really understand why. For some of you, you guys could be a fire sign, getting a Sagittarius, maybe specifically, Capricorn, a Taurus, maybe Cancer energy as well. Scorpio, maybe Gemini energy, or a fixed zodiac sign of any sort. But let's see, why are you getting these synchronicities? You guys could be called to some type of level up or an authority position, or you feel like you're being called to some type of great purpose or assignment where you are a leader and you are called to teach, or something where you feel maybe you question whether you're ready for it or you're up for it, or you can handle this thing. And for some of you, if it's like a situation or a connection, it might be like as serious as like you feel like maybe you encountered your one, your person. It's like, am I really ready for that? Yeah, the King and the Queen of Wands. It's a passion here, exchange. It's a spark. It's something that sparks inspiration and desire and sense of like, what is this? I feel like my purpose is attached to this thing, or something about this that makes me feel alive, has sparked something in me that was maybe dead inside, or where I didn't feel this intense, or this awareness of things, of life, or of love, or passion, desire, ambition. And it's like this thing it's sparked. For some of you, this is a connection, like a romantic connection. You could be seeing 4, 4, 4, 44, 11, 11, 11, 22. For some of you, that could be the thing, or 7, 7, or 7, or 7, 7, 7, like 777, basically. I hope I'm saying it right. But yeah. Why are you seeing this? You have number 31, beneath the surface, hidden truth, something unknown. So yeah. And yeah, I do get the 3s and the 4s as well. 4, something with 4s, or maybe even 10, or 1, something with 1s or 10s. I'm getting that this is something deeper than what meets the eye. It's like what you're seeing is like, you know, it's something significant, but underneath the surface it's so much more, but you don't have the full understanding of it yet. And I feel within time it's going to make sense. This looks like it's this iceberg in this card reminds me of Titanic, and how you kind of like plan for something and it goes completely off of plan. So you guys could have had like your own set goals or plans, or how you thought something was going to play out for yourself. And whatever the synchronicity is, it's like an encounter rather, or it represents something that you've encountered that's deeper than your level of understanding right now. It might be something that you can't take all in at once. It might be one of those things that you kind of have to pace yourself. You kind of have to kind of get the pieces little by little. Okay. And also too, another thing with the Titanic thing is like the two characters in the movie, at least, Jack and Rose was, you know, kind of like a fated connection where it's like two odd, you know, like their circumstances, their status, their class was different. It was almost like, you know, why would their paths cross, and just the way that it happens. So this could be about love for some of you, and if not, it's like encountering something that you least expected. You were not looking for it at all, and maybe you had set plans for yourself and it kind of just went differently. And everyone on the Titanic, ultimately their fate, you know, what happened, no one was expecting what was to come. Like, can't really plan for that sort of thing, or maybe not really expecting that type of disaster, right? But I don't feel like this is a disaster. So it is something that feels like it's outside of your control, in a sense that this is connected to it. So there's something here about fate, and this has God written all over it. The hands of the divine is all over this. Something that is inevitable. It was always just supposed to be, and it is what it is. And the fact that you have two major arcana is even more so just confirms the depth of this, and the power behind this, and the significance that this really holds. And it is some type of lesson here included, and knowledge and wisdom and dedication. Higher knowledge and wisdom come with this, and that's why it's kind of like you have to pace yourself to receive whatever this is, or to understand it. And there is a level of responsibility with whatever you're being given, or whatever you're being shown, or what you're being called to. It's like kind of like a test of, are you really ready? Yeah. You have recognized the signs from above. Number 26. And it says, angels are sending you messages now, but you're too distracted to notice. Stay alert and open to divine guidance. Yeah, it's like they want to impart something on you. And I just looked at the bottom of the deck, and it's number 9, don't give up on love. So, hey, a relationship you cherish can be healed. Allow me to clear the way for forgiveness so that you can thrive again. So this could be connected to love, or something, getting back to something you love. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Okay. For those of you that this is meant for. So tune your ears to receive the guidance that Spirit is showing you, and, you know, just prepare yourself and know that this is over time, like based off of where you're at within yourself, and kind of like your level of being able to fully grasp what you're receiving, and your level of responsibility is also tested with the information that Spirit gives you. Or am I able to impart certain wisdom or give to you? Are you ready for it? Are you able to handle it? You know what I mean? So it's kind of like these things have to come to you kind of like in, what's the right word? kind of like in small layers. Okay. All right, so that was your reading pile number 2. I hope that this resonates with you. Much love as always. Be blessed. Be safe. Peace. Okay. Pile number 3, last but not least. Okay. So if you guys are drawn to the shadow card number 43, this is your reading. Okay. Why are you seeing this synchronicity or this reoccurring thing? Okay. Why? So this could be calling you to face a shadow side of yourself, of fear, or some type of insecurity, or something about yourself that may be holding you back, or a behavior that's not really of integrity, or could be something that's keeping you blocked, stagnant in some type of way, or just not attracting the things, or being in alignment rather of what's of your highest good. Is kind of like this energy of self-sabotage as well. Some of you guys may be being called out by spirit in some way to really check yourself, check your energy. And this is loving correction. This isn't to call you out in some type of judgment and being critical and being harsh, but from a place of from just divine wisdom and love. Okay. And for your betterment, basically. So let's see. Why are you seeing these synchronicities? And what you may be seeing is a lot of things. You might be like, why do I keep seeing this? And it might freak you out a little bit, or it might be something that you feel like is a warning or some type of negative energy, but it's really not. Some of you guys, this is like something with your childhood, or something that reminds you of your childhood. I feel like your spiritual team is encouraging you to go in a new direction in your life. Yeah. Kind of getting a hold of your ego, your pride, stubbornness. Spirit may be calling you to kind of mature. Like, it's like you're old enough, you're wise enough, you're spiritually mature enough to do better and know better. So there might be things that Spirit is like lovingly encouraging you to do better. It's like a parent that wants to see their child succeed, and they might see some things that are keeping them, behind and not progressing, not growing up, not, living up to their fullest potential. So I feel like your spiritual team is calling these things out to help you, of course. Like, our spiritual team is not here to hurt us by any means. Like, that's not the point. So could definitely be a fire sign. You could be someone that is very fixed in your energy. You could be a fixed sign. You might be a Leo, sun, moon, or rising. But it's like something about your energy that does come across as a little impulsive at times, or like very stubborn, like I'm going to prove people wrong, and you might kind of step on your own toes sometimes. And I feel like Spirit's really working with you. Some of you guys might even be angry with Spirit in some way, like upset, or feel like something's working against you. But Spirit is saying to also, it's okay to rest. It's okay to, like, your focus and your pursuits and all of that. Like, you might need a break or a rest and enjoy, be happy. You guys have an angelic presence that's encouraging you to be hopeful and optimistic about change and new beginnings. Some of these changes may feel a little bit challenging to you. You might want to revert back to things. There are certain things that are comfortable to you. So yeah, it's like you're also being tested and also commended for the things as well. This is another thing. Like, you've overcome a lot. This is a card, I feel like this energy is perseverance through the challenges of life and being prepared for something new, being prepared for an adventure. And I kind of feel that this is like tapping into a balanced masculine energy within self, whether you are male or female, whether you're male identified or masculine identified or feminine identified. This is lovingly nudging you in the direction to tap into that divine creation as well, creativity, and be assertive, be confident about your pursuits. And it's like, even if you don't really know the way fully, you're relying and trusting on the power and the creativity and the abilities and skills and talents that lie inside of you. Even if you're just now really tapping into it, exploring it, or moving in a new direction with it, it's like learning new things, learning new trades, learning how to utilize your energy or your creativity in a different way or in a new way. And being open to the lessons that Spirit is showing you and teaching you, which is how to move in this energy of motivation and divine inspiration, being in the Spirit when you create. Not forceful, demanding, prideful, stubborn, stuck in. It's like the more open to trusting Spirit, the better. And it's kind of like, it's a gentle silencing that that inner critic that seeks to dominate and control things sometimes. It's a quiet strength. It's a gentle strength. It's not boastful. It's not loud. And maybe that's the correction, is like, remaining humble, or maybe you've gotten to a place where you're kind of losing your center a little bit, and maybe kind of walking in an energy that is a little too frivolous, not careful. So you could be very excited about what's ahead for some of you. So it's like enthusiasm or excitement to create and start new things. And I feel like you have the ability to do that. Okay, that spark is there. I feel like Spirit is checking. You might have to check your fears at the door. Like sometimes you might be motivated to do things or create something, or you feel that spark. And then there's that fear where you kind of get stuck because of that fear or that insecurity, that doubt, that whatever that shadow is that meets you. It's like confronting it and handling it, not from a place of being controlling and demanding it to change, or for it to do this or to do that, or I'm going to just be more louder, or I'm just going to do more, I'm going to work more harder. No, you're confronting it in gentleness and compassion and wisdom and understanding of your shadow, because that's the only way that you're going to confront it or face it. If you're looking at it like it's your enemy, or you're looking at it as something that you have to seek to destroy or control, it's going to feel like this hard task where you're wrestling with it rather than gently addressing. When I say gently, you're addressing it from a place of, okay, a sound place. Like, let me sit with this. Like, what's really going on inside of me? Seeing the layers of it. How is it affecting me? How has it been affecting me? Why am I letting affecting me? Where's the genesis of that? You're dissecting it, so you're seeking to understand it. We fear what we don't understand. So when you're not understanding your own shadows and your own wounds, you fear it, you seek to control it. It's like going into someone's foreign country and land, not knowing their custom and their ways and how they protect their tribe or whatever the case may be, right? And you go in, and instead of seeking to understand them and them understand you, it becomes a battle and a war to seek to conquer and destroy, or to gain control and dominance. And Spirit doesn't want you to approach your fears, your shadows, whatever your shadows are, in that manner, but rather from a place of seeking to understand from a gentle space of understanding and wisdom. I hope I'm making sense. So let's see, what is your advice from Spirit about why you're seeing the synchronicity. Essentially, this is about finding balance, getting to the root of things, grounding your energy, mastering whatever this is through balance. It may be through work and focus and intent and with precision. It doesn't got to be hard or anything like that. You have number 6, be the real you. Your greatest power comes from being who you truly are. Don't let anyone sway you from expressing your authentic self. Okay, so continue to be you and do you. And even if that inner critic or hater is within self, that shadow self that ultimately truly isn't really a hater, but just there to protect itself and protect, you know, that stance and that level of comfort. But what it does though is it cripples your progression. It cripples you from seeing your true authentic self sometimes, or keeps you in this loop of things that have happened, or why it may not work out, or why whatever it is that's there, you have to face that thing, but from a place of seeking to understand. And that's where you'll find the harmony and balance in it. It doesn't have to be a harsh control thing. So I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, that is the reading. And for some of you guys, you may want to work on your root chakra. I'm getting the root, the sacral, and the solar. The solar energy, once you get to that place, it's like you feel a sense of being, like, the more and more you face those lower aspects, or the blockages within your foundation, or the things that make you feel a lack of security, you know, you don't feel safe, you don't feel grounded. Once you face those things, the more confident you are in your being, because you feel that security and safety within yourself, because you let go of the lie of, you know, I have to protect myself by saying, you know, what if this doesn't work out, or what if I'm just getting ahead of myself, or maybe it's not really all that great, or, you know, maybe I need to just be careful and not get my hopes up. Whatever it is, that false sense of protection that's there, once you face the fear and you see it for what it is and where it stems from and how it's affecting you and why it's affecting you, why are you allowing it to affect you, or the people that have gotten in your way or in your head, or said things that you've taken in and you believed it, you stored it in your being. Once you face those things more and more, you're going to be confident in yourself, and you're going to feel that security, because you don't have that shadow casted over your light anymore. I hope I'm making sense. I really do. But yeah, much love as always to you guys. Be blessed, be safe, take care, peace.